Hey guys, Andy here, and I'm here to bring you all things Monday to makeup related. That's your vibe. I'd love it if you would subscribe to be part of my little slice of the internet. And in today's video, we have my Colourpan 3.0 update for December. So if you want to hear everything I've been working on, what we're rolling out, what we're rolling in, let's go ahead and just get on into it. Alright, so if you don't know by now what this project is, it was created by Misty Pans and is a Pantastic Ladies collab. It started January 18th and goes to December 18th. For this round, I just carry on through to the next round. I do not take that month off. You are to use anything Colourpop, 4th Ray Beauty, or Soul Body, and you originally pick 3 to 6 items. It is a rolling style project pan, and you set your own goals for those items. I do 3 uses on anything that's not a palette, and every palette that rolls in, I know pan left behind it. Last update, I showed you everything that's currently in the project still, so I'm just going to talk about items that have progress since it's December. So, the Blowing Smoke palette still has not been used. I am so very sorry. The Super Shock shade in YOLO, and that's the only Super Shock that hasn't been used, and then the blush hasn't been used. Everything else has been touched. So, we have the Super Shock in the shade Mountain Lion, which is this icy white that shifts pink. I used it once in November, and it's actually on my eyes today, topped over in the center of some other things. So I have 2 out of my 3 uses for this shade. To be honest, I don't love this shade, but I will be doing a Colourpop Super Shock ranking in later this month. Then we have the shade Frog, which I love this one, which looks like this. It is a pink topper with glitters in it, and I love it. I used it once in October, once in November for 2 out of my 3 uses. So hopefully we will have a bunch of rollouts for January. That's what I'm crossing my fingers for. We have 1 eyeliner in the project. That is the shade Piggy Bank. It is this beautiful bright purple color. I used it once in October, once in November for 2 out of my 3 uses. And then let's just talk about the last item that got use before the 2 rollouts. We have the Super Shock in the shade Dost Thou Comprehend, this beautiful orange, and I got 1 use on it in November, so 2 more on that. And then we have 2, let's get everybody back in their little homes here. We have 2 rollouts, so let me get my highlighter to highlight those items. So, first, we have the Jelly Mutt Shadow. This was in the shade Forever Valentine. It was like, it's a very icy white shade, but it has just like a slight pinkiness to it. And I found that I really like these as cream highlighters if the shade will work for you. That's how I used this all 3 times. I used it all 3 times in November, and I hit my goal on, if I can read this correctly, the 16th of November. So I really liked this shade. So that is a rollout. It was very nice. Let me just highlight the other one and put the highlighter away. And then the next rollout is my loose shadow. This is the Kathleen Lights collab in the shade The Scales. It's this nice pink shade. And I used this once, and I'm decluttering it. I used it on the 14th of November, and just like the other loose shadows from this collection, these are they're expired. They are just chunky, if you can see, and they swatch well, but they don't go on the eyes well. They don't have pigment on the eyes. They don't look well, they don't shine, they don't do anything on the eyes. So as pretty as it looks here in the container, and as pretty as I can get a swatch to look, it does not do anything on the eyes. So this is a declutter, and I'm throwing this away. It's old, it's expired, it's going. So we have 2 rollouts. So obviously we are going to, if I can grab my tablet, have 2 roll-ins here. So let me go ahead and get that pulled up. But yeah, that will be the big thing, is I'm hoping to get a bunch of items done so we can have a very nice reset for January, because that would be nice. Get the screen recording going, and for you guys, that will be right there. I'm hoping not a palette, to be honest. That is already in another project, so we will roll again. It's actually on my eyes today. All right, I said I didn't want a palette, but it's fine. That is a new palette to me. Troublemaker palette. Let's roll again. And the Ducky liquid liner. Fantastic. Love to see it. So let me just grab those and I'll be right back. Alrighty. So this lives in my eye brush cup because it is a felt tip liquid liner. I got this in the Halloween The Boo mystery box, and so I don't get anything all over my notebook, I will actually put that up. But I don't normally like felt tip liners. I don't normally even use liner. The So Whiny is a brush tip liner, and I kept both of these because I thought the colors were cool. The So Whiny liner is obviously, it's a wine colored eyeliner, and it's dark, which is why I kept that one, and I love brush tip liners. That, if I'm gonna get one, is my go-to. But this one, in the shade Ducky, is a pink, which is why, even though it's a felt tip liner, I was like, I'm gonna try it. I think that's neat. I've heard really good things about these liners. I feel like people really like them, and it's cute. So there's gonna be a so sorry for shaking the camera. There's gonna be a 3-use goal on this, and it will compel me to use it because it does sit on my desk. And then we got the Troublemaker palette, which this is new to me. I did just get this last month, I think. This is what she looks like. She's a very beautiful palette. You will have just seen this recently in my best winter palettes because I do think this is a gorgeous winter color story. So let's go ahead and swatch it. So we have Baddie, Sus, Younger Self, and Wild. These are very pretty shades. Because when I got it, I did not swatch the whole palette. I just swatched, I think, a couple shades from it. Or maybe I did swatch the whole palette. I honestly can't remember. We have Fry Night, Villain Era, which, that's pretty. Real and 0 Fs. That duochrome. I'm here for it. The duochrome and that silver, right up my alley. And the last row, we have Kick-Ass, Messy, Cold-Hearted, and You Love It. Very dark and deep. It's a very pretty palette. So we will see how long it takes me to No Pan Left Behind this palette. But that is the 2 roll-ins. we'll show them both. The 2 roll-ins for this update. Like I said, I don't take the month of December off. If you do, that's totally fine. That's the way the project is supposed to go, but I keep trucking. I have to for the worms in the brain. But otherwise, that's going to do it for the December update. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.